Welcome back. Thanks for joining May's Creator Collab, where we'll be talking about parenting and what it's like to be a parent when you're autistic. So these people will be sharing their insights or tips or tricks or concerns or anything they want to talk about when it comes to parenting. Parenting is the easiest job in the world, said no one ever. So here's what I wanted to say about parenting. Parenting is the hardest job in the world. It's not easy. It's not easy for any parent, but especially it's not easy for neurodivergent parents. There's so many challenges. If you are an autistic parent, and be open with your children about that. Maybe it will help them understand you better, and then maybe they won't grow up thinking that you never loved them. Misunderstand you as someone being narcissistic rather than autistic. It's better that your children know about the autism. And I'm sure with many of you parents, maybe your children are autistic too anyway, but just keeping open communication about what autism is and what it's not and how it affects you could really help them out when they get older if they're autistic too. I think as parents, it's okay to realize we're going to make mistakes. As long as our children feel like we love them and we're not only telling them verbally, but we're showing them as well with our actions. And we have to remember we can't always make our kids fall in love with our obsessive hobbies or interests. We just need to know what their interests are. And just remembering that children are only around for a little while and they grow up and they move on with their lives. And then you'll have all the time in the world to do whatever you want.
Hi everyone, I am Alejandro. I'm a father of a almost 4 years old kid. I'm autistic, and I want to share with you today 2 points. One thing I do with my son is we have a reward system. Like he has 3 tasks he needs to do, and if he does it right, then every Friday we go to the supermarket and he can buy anything he wants. So it's just a reward and as a punishment, like it's something extra. So for instance, for him he needs to do like the 3 things he needs to do is pipí, buches y dientes, vestirse en la mañana y crema en la noche. So pipí, buches y dientes means like he needs to go to the bathroom and brush his teeth before bedtime, in the morning to go before school, and vestirse la mañana he needs to help dressing up himself every morning, so the routine is easier for everybody. And crema en la noche means he has dermatitis, so he needs to pose lotion every night. So we have this system at home, and it helps him to be motivated to keep his routine, right? So that has worked out really well for us. The other point I wanted to share with you is to recognize, like, when you're feeling overwhelmed, like to talk to your partner, like that she or he helps you out. Like I cannot handle this right now, and I need some time alone, right? For me, the most triggering thing is basically touch. When my son wants like to be with me, like on top of me, like playing around, and sometimes sometimes I can handle it okay, but some other days I cannot handle it. So I like, before like treating him in the wrong way, like I prefer to go by myself sometime to be able to relax and calm down. You need to have like a system, like or simply just say I cannot handle this right now. So these are my 2, I don't know, suggestions or strategies that have worked out for me. Goodbye.
Hi, how are you? I'm in a forest. This is my favorite place, and this is where I go when I need to calm down and get some energy. As a mom, I often get overstimulated, and it's the worst when I am locked inside my apartment. I can't be in the same environment for too long. I can talk about my kids. They make a lot of noises, and they don't actually think about how loud they are. So I have to walk away sometimes when my kids are doing something that I feel like I can't really, cope with. If I can't find a way that helps me to be close to my kids without, getting angry because of my sensory sensitivities, I need to just walk away. And I think it's important that you have your own little sanctuary. You can tell them, like, I need to go to a different room because I need to have a quiet moment by myself. And they will respect you. They will understand, because that's better to do than being angry and start screaming because you get sensory overwhelm. I live on Gotland in Sweden, and it's an amazing island. We have many historical places. Bye for now. I'll see you later.
Hello, I'm the very proud father of Grace and Rowan. My daughter Grace likes to remind me that I cried when she was born. It's amazing she was paying such close attention at the time. My son Rowan is autistic like his dad. I hope that when he's a bit older, he'll take comfort from the videos I've made about my own autistic experiences. Being a dad is the best part of my life. My kids make me laugh, they're really talented, and most important of all, they're kind. Alongside their mum, they're the most beautiful people in the world. I know that sounds like an opinion, but I'm autistic and therefore I'm compelled to tell the truth. Or, as my daughter would say, I'm just spitting facts. I've always wanted to be a dad. I understand why some autistic people wouldn't share the same desire. Kids take up a lot of time and energy. I realised I'm autistic a couple of years ago, and my kids know I'm autistic. They know I need space, they know I need my special interests, and they know I need and love them very much.
Hi guys, NeurodiverJENNt here, and I'm the mother of a 12-year-old autistic boy who was diagnosed at a pretty young age. He is in the level 2 category, meaning he requires substantial support. Having an autistic child comes with joys and challenges. He has a spiky profile, which means he's really smart in some areas and struggles in others. And just like any parent, I worry about what his future will look like, his level of independence, and if he'll want a family someday. It can be a struggle when a lot of people who don't understand autism view his meltdowns or reactions to stimuli as bad behavior. Then when you try to explain autism to them, they just think you're making excuses for that bad behavior. Being the parent of an autistic child means extra school meetings and paperwork for his IEP and phone calls from the school to discuss incidences every other week. But with all of that said, the unique way autism presents in him makes him intelligent, obedient, kind, and selfless. He makes me laugh with his bluntness and the occasional misunderstandings of idioms, like the time his father told him, "Okay, smarty pants," and he said, "I am too upset for compliments right now." He doesn't argue when I ask him to do something, and anything an adult tells him is gold, which is good in some ways, but means we've had to have age-appropriate discussions with him to avoid naivety in this area. But overall, in a lot of ways, he's a low-maintenance kid. And being autistic myself brings its own unique set of parenting challenges. My interactions with him are sometimes affected by my own monotropism and social challenges, and sometimes I just don't have enough spoons, which can make me feel like a bad mom. But I'm also able to understand him in a way that a lot of other people can't, and we definitely have a very special relationship because of it. So I don't necessarily have any parenting tips or tricks, just sharing a little bit about my own parenting story, but because there are so many variables involved from the age of the child to their support needs level, no two parenting stories will be the same. His dream right now is to work for NASA someday, and I believe he will, but no matter what happens, I know from personal experience that he absolutely can go on to live a meaningful and fulfilling life despite the challenges of autism. And I wouldn't change one iota of who he is for the world. Thanks, Jenny, for inviting me on to contribute to the discussion of what it's like to be the parent of an autistic child. I look forward to hearing what everyone else has to say. Okay, bye!
Hi, I'm an autistic adult that used to be an autistic child. And Jenny asked for a collab with some of us. I have an autistic adult child also. And I wasn't diagnosed autistic until last year. It hasn't even been a year. But because I wasn't diagnosed, I didn't accept his initial autism diagnoses. It's pretty autistic of me, isn't it? I am of the Gen X generation, so things were a lot different. I took one of my children, walked into CPS when they just turned 4, and I begged for help, classes, anything. They told me they don't do that and to get a leash. It did not get better. It did not get better. I needed more help being an autistic adult, not knowing I was autistic, for myself and my children. They ended up taking one of my children away from me when they would not help me get away from an abusive relationship. You don't want to know what they do. And I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. So my advice is, I'm sorry to say, don't ask the system. Find another autistic community with autistic parents to autistic children. That's the only way right now you're going to get help. And let the system know you're there.
Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you got something out of it. And comment down below what was the best advice you got, or add your advice. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, subscribe, because I make weekly videos. We'd love you to be a part of this journey as together we learn about ourselves. Bye.